Hello everyone, JL Wasabi here again. In the next few minutes, I will be teaching you how to play Divinicorp in set 14. Divinicorp is just like Guild from set 7 and Divine from set 11. Every Divinicorp champion fielded activates a specific stat bonus for your whole board, even for non-Divinicorp champions. For example, Vex grants crit chance while Morgana grants ability power. By fielding more unique Divinicorp champions, you can get to higher trait breakpoints for Divinicorp, which increases the specific stat bonuses gained by your board. Divinicorp champions gain double of these bonuses, so it is also primarily to buff the Divinicorp champions themselves. Because multiple stat buffs are gained when fielding many unique Divinicorp champions, the vertical Divinicorp playstyle actually benefits bruiser type carries a lot, since they typically want as much stats as possible to deal damage while surviving attacks from enemies. Unlike last set where there were many more bruiser options from the 3 and 4 cost pool, such as Vi, Gangplank, Echo, and Ambassador, we only really have Zed this set, and maybe Rengar. But Rengar is typically played with Vertical Executioner anyway. This is why you will see Zed being played with Vertical Divinicorp a lot right now. Other than that, we also have other 5 costs such as Viego and Renekton itself, who is also a Divinicorp champion. In order to get the highest stat bonus from Divinicorp, you will need to find Renekton and also have an emblem that can be formed using a bow and its pet. Garen also has a great synergy with Divinicorp, as he can help to farm Divinicorp mods to non-Divinicorp champions in order to gain twice the stat bonuses for them. You can play Divinicorp from any spot in the early game, as you don't require specific champion openers for it. Item openers are more important, as you will need to have good item quality in order to go top 4 and beyond. AD item stats such as Infinity Edge will indicate a good spot for playing Zed, along with a tier, as we will require blue buff for backs. As you progress through stage 1 and 2, hold the Morganas and Rust that you see. However, the priority here is to lose streak for carousel priority, so that you can either pick up the extra tier to form a blue buff, or to obtain other item components for your Zed items, such as a glove or a sword. You can use any AD champions such as Shaco to hold the item in the meanwhile, while Morgana can hold the blue buff. Arriving in the mid game for stage 3, you should continue to lose streak for best in slot items unless you already have Pandora's items Augment. Ideally, you should get your items ready this stage so that we can pivot to win streak next stage. Form your blue buff for backs while making Infinity Edge, Edge of Night, and Hand of Justice for Zed. Edge of Night and Hand of Justice is essential for survivability and damage when he jumps to the backline. At level 7, you should look for Gragas and Senna, who are Divinicorp champions too. At this point, your board will look something like a 4 Divinicorp board with maybe 4 Slayer or other traits. Just remember to balance the front and back line in order to stabilize and push for level 8. At stage 4, when you typically reach level 8, look for Zed and Vex, with priority to Zed. This allows you to hit your 5 Divinicorp spike, along with 4 Slayers provided by Senna, Jarvan, and another Slayer unit like Vayne, Shaco, or Mundo. Note that we do not prioritize tank items for this comp, as there is sufficient stat bonuses for the whole board, so you can just focus on the AD items for Zed, while the AP items goes to Vex. Renekton will be your next in carry to hold excess bruiser items, but this is unlikely to happen until level 9. Here we will talk about the level 9 cap board, as I assume most games we will reach around level 9 and not level 10. However, the general guide will be to put in stronger units or to activate higher trait breakpoints. After upgrading most of your units, especially your Zed and Vex, you can then look to level 9 to look for Renekton and Garen. Renekton is important as it will be your third carry, as well as activating 6 Divinicorp for even more stat bonuses. While Garen, as mentioned, will help to farm the Divinicorp mods. If you happen to get a Divinicorp emblem, you can usually equip it onto Zed, but it is preferred to give him a Divinicorp mod instead, so that there is an extra item slot on him to improve his survivability and damage. The Divinicorp emblem can then go onto Garen thereafter. Last but not least are the augments you can take for this comp. Obviously, you can go for the Divinicorp emblem as they will help you to reach higher Divinicorp trait breakpoints earlier, as well as providing double stats to whichever unit it is being equipped on. The emblem also provides Omnivamp as a stat bonus too. In general, you should prioritize one econ augment in order to hit higher level since this is not a reroll focused comp. Team-wide combat augments are also very useful since it synergizes with the team-wide stat bonus from Divinicorp. Augments such as Ascension can provide the missing damage amp, Bulky Buddies can provide shields, Piercing Lotus can provide Strat and Sunder, while Spear's Wheel can provide initial mana for early ability cast. Last, I personally feel that the Divinicorp specific augments are not great with this comp. Board of Ascension does not work with vertical Divinicorp since it requires a low number of Divinicorp champions to be in play, while Divine Ascension gives health and attack speed that is already being provided by the Divinicorp stat bonuses. You're absolutely awesome if you have reached the end of this guide, and I hope you have learned something from this video. If you find this video useful, I greatly appreciate if you can like the video and subscribe to my channel for more guides and gameplay videos. See you again. Bye bye.